All right, hey guys, we are jumping into another episode of Is It Safe? So this is the show where you guys just jump on my website. You can come right over to ryanaraymond.com/isitsafe, and you'll end up on a form that looks like this, and it's just a kind of a little quick summary, and you can put your name, a question in, asking about a topic, and and I'll discuss it on the show, as well as the search results, and you can put in your email address as well if you want. So we got a few questions from it this week, but one of the first things I got to talk about is thank you to the commenter last night who brought up a question. They said, "Good Vibes is trademarked." And when I did, so if you didn't see my video last night, I showed one of my shirts that sold, and it has Good Vibes on it. When I did that search, I clearly missed one of the searches on Trademark Electronic Search. So I want to show you guys what I screwed up to try and help you guys so you don't screw it up as well. So go to Trademark Electronic Search System, TESS. Type that into Google, you'll find it. Basic word mark search. And I'm going to keep this to live listings, and I should have done Good Vibes. And must contain the exact phrase. That'll help reduce our results. Okay, so I want to look for the ones that have registration numbers. If they don't have a registration number, they're not awarded yet. It's still in the process, but there could be one. You should look through them all and see what their statuses are, because they might be just about to be approved. But we're going to go through these here, and I'm going to show you guys what I messed up. So I'm using right-click to open in new tabs. So I'm going through each of these that are exact matches for the Good Vibes. And if you look up here, it says 65 records. So if you don't go to the next page, this is a big one. So we want to start this at, we'll go to 50. So that way we can see the rest of them here. And I'm opening these up one at a time. And we're going to look at them quick. This is something you should do if you're wanting to look. This is how the best way to look for a trademark in the US is to look in their system. All right, so this one here is malt beer, and it's for a specific design. So that's not something that we were worried about. This is Good Vibes, a Z, for facial rollers. This one here is cigarette lighters, not of precious metals. This one is for beer. This one is a design for nutritional supplements. This one is a design for nutritional supplements. And in this one here, it's got a bunch of canceled usage, and it's got left for massage oils and sexual aids. And right here, this is the one I messed up. Somehow when I did this search, when I originally made that listing, I somehow missed that one and got through them all, and I only saw the drawn ones, and I missed it. So the person who commented, let me know. I took down that listing today. So I think that's an important thing to do. If you realize you've made a mistake, take action, protect your account, take down what you did. I actually left a voicemail for the attorney on record and the company that owns it. Just called them to ask if it is something they're enforcing or licensing. I just wanted to inquire about it, and I had already taken down my listings. So it was a selling shirt, but the smart thing to do is protect your account if you realize you made a mistake, and watching for things that become trademarked are important to do as well. Okay, so let's jump into the questions from this week. So let's see here. This first question is about, is a contracted word safe to use in our MBA designs and listing? I did a split search. So where? I guess the word where is trademarked in shirts. So let's go back in here. And we'll go back one, search. So you're talking about the word where for shirts. Let's take a look. And I want it to be just where. I think if I put quotes, I can narrow it down. All right, where. I don't see a registration number. And there's 41,046 results. So we can use something to try and narrow that down a little bit. TM Hunt sometimes works. So I want to try and find the trademark that you are asking about. So these are some different ways we can do the trademark research. In general, I don't think the word where being used overall should be an issue, but there's been a lot of rumors about just single words supposedly getting people in trouble, but I don't know. Okay, yeah, whatever. TM Hunt is being a pain, so we'll do Trademarkia instead. Not all of these are the greatest, but there's lots of different ways you can do it. So, okay, where? We're just going to do the word where. Educational wear, men's and women's clothing. So let's see what this all says. From wear clothing. So I don't think it's gonna, if you're like trying to represent yourself as the brand wear, that would probably be an issue. But I would, you know, having that word in the listing, I don't think necessarily would be a problem on its in a greater portion. But I'm not, you know, I guess I don't always know. Hold on here. It looks like I'm not getting my chat through here. So test. Just do that quick and see if it'll be coming through. Hey Ryan, do you think that other people making thousands off the crayon shirts? There's plenty of people having the crayon ones could be an issue. I don't know what people are submitting that's getting their rejections. I haven't had any myself, but a single word like this, my understanding is, as long as you're not just using it and representing yourself as that, you in theory should be fine. If it's a common word, I'm pretty sure I've got the word where in my listings somewhere. So in general, I think you're fine, especially if you're worried about doing contractions and splitting it up. So this one here, next question is from Tamika. Hi Ryan, I was just wondering about old school sayings like I've fallen and I can't get up that reference a popular commercial or a common phrase that was also taken as part of a movie like Sweet 16. I think if it's a basic enough thing. Now, if you were making t-shirts that were directly related to the movie Sweet 16, that would definitely be an issue. I would say that would most definitely be an issue, or are like explicit long quotes from the movie. That's going to be a problem. But I don't think, you know, I've fallen and I can't get up. It's a common enough phrase. I'm pretty sure we can always come here and search. Oh, here we go. So I've fallen. There won't be any punctuation. I've fallen and I can't get up. Yeah, there shouldn't, unless somehow someone's built a brand around I've fallen and I can't get up, that shouldn't be an issue for common, normal things that have been in the public domain for a long time. As long as you don't reference someone else's current creation of it. So like one of the popular things would be, we've talked about with the Disney shirts. So Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Disney's creations of them gave them the names that they have, the likeness and the style that you think of when you see the movie. That's Disney's creation. Just like Alice in Wonderland, it's a public domain story, but when you're looking at the images of the Cheshire Cat, you look at the cartoony versions and people are making the cartoony version of it. It looks exactly like Disney's version, and that would be an issue. Now, if you made your own version of the Cheshire Cat that was completely different and your own spin of Alice in Wonderland, you know, you just have to go back to the original story type things and use just what's there. But be careful with that because Amazon just doesn't like to mess with it too much. Let's see here. Someone's saying Astro shirts. Astro shirts could definitely have been an issue. There's plenty of reasons why you shouldn't do the Astros, especially when you're saying Houston Astros on the shirt. Krampus t-shirts for Christmas. So Krampus is a horned anthem. So if it's I guess I don't know. It's based on folklore. So the idea of it is just the same as like Santa Claus, but if you were going after the movie or referencing aspects of the movie, I think it would definitely be an issue, and it's quite possible that they may be enforcing it on Amazon. Amazon may be trying to consider them the originator, but in general, I would think any references to how the Krampus is portrayed in this movie or any references to this movie would be a bad thing. So if the reason your shirt makes sense is because of someone else's creation, you probably shouldn't do it. Especially movies and other things that aren't common phrases. Okay, so let's take a look at the next question. Oh, that wasn't a URL. Let's see. Is it safe to use Godspeed on your journey? So I don't know what design or reference that's from. We can check in TM Hunt. I don't see anything for that coming up directly. Anything on Godspeed? So there's a dead registered mark for Godspeed. So that one, I don't see any issues with it, but like what I just said is if you are referencing a movie or implying relationship to a song or something popular that someone else created, that some other creator's doing, and you're trying to profit off the likeness of that, that's where you're going to definitely have the problem. Okay, so let's take a look at the next question here. Thank you for all your insight. I just want to know, is used to use Trump's words. I was watching his rally and saw him mentioned, "Where is Hunter? There is no listing, but I don't want to risk my account." Okay, so let's get to this here. Ask yourself, so Trump said, "Where is Hunter?" Trump was referencing a non-elected person. That person has the rights to their image. Politicians are basically the only person that is exempt from, having money made off of their image is kind of the best way. And they have to actually be in office, not just running for office or be related to someone who's an elected official. Everyone else is a private citizen and they retain the rights to their likeness. So referencing "Where's Hunter" is probably going to get you in trouble because Hunter Biden has every right to have them taken down. And if they can take them down because it would be trying to attack Joe Biden's campaign, of course the Biden campaign is going to have people issuing takedowns to not have those shirts sold on Amazon, to not have them be something that's worn around. It's all politics and propaganda, but the simple fact is Hunter has that right. So no, don't do that one. I see this phrase in anime ending with this symbol. It means "to be continued, safe to work on." I have no idea. I mean, if it literally just is like the words "to be continued" and it's a common anime theme, I think it would be okay, but I don't know. I'll be honest, I genuinely don't know anime at all. And I don't know. Okay, so I see it there. See some other versions of it. I mean, "to be continued." I don't know. I got a feeling that's referencing a specific anime or a certain trend in anime culture for a specific anime. And if it's only makes sense when it references a specific anime, then I would say it would be an issue. And then look at this one here. Famous people, sayings from famous people that pass away, just stay away from it, especially right after someone passes away on Amazon. Human tragedy, death, anything like that, profiting off of it just doesn't fly with Amazon. And if it's referencing quotes that someone just said, their estate and their family own it, and I would have to get back to you guys, but there is a certain number of years. Maybe someone in the comments can dig that one up, or we can try and find it. But there's a certain amount of time that someone gets to the claim those rights. So let's see what else is in here. Had an anti-Antifa shirt get rejected. Didn't have anything saying that was against Amazon guidelines for language or anything. Just said Antifa cowards behind a mask. If that's all you said in there and you picked youth policy, there's probably an issue there. I'd have to know what you got rejected for. If it was youth policy, I definitely wouldn't put anything about politics on youth policy. It's just something that I think was likely to get some people in trouble. Yeah, they're up there, but I'd almost bet none of them have t-shirts on youth. Would probably be the issue there, Swifty. So, guys, if you want questions answered each week, I'm going to be trying to do this. I think Wednesday nights kind of works. Do this is it safe topic, and if I find mistakes I've made, I'll tell you guys about them. I'd rather be honest with you guys about it and what corrective actions I'm taking when I find myself in a situation where I have to change because trademarks do change, or I maybe made a mistake and didn't realize something. It happens on occasion. But don't be someone trying to get around that trademark then. Accept that it's a trademark, accept Amazon said no, don't try and get around the rules. And if you guys haven't yet, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and do some commenting in there. Sorry, I got questions more here. No youth was selected. Political shirts days for me to get looked at and decided on. Anything that can be promotion of hate and violence, they may not take, or anything that's against a specific group, they may not take. So maybe they're just taking down Antifa shirts. I don't know. I would have to know a little bit more about what the design said or anything like that. So Antifa cowards behind a mask. I don't really know. The shirt with the saying from Mark Twain, I wouldn't do quotes. I just would try not doing quotes unless it was, you know, historical political figures would probably be the best way to go. I don't know. I like I said, there's a time limit on how long someone owns the rights to their family owns the rights to their image and the things they said and did, and I don't know what that is off the top of my head, and I'll try and get that for you guys next week. But there is a certain amount of time, and then there's different reasons why that can be renewed. So it all depends on how long ago someone passed away and how long their rights are protected for. So those are kind of one of the things. So no youth shirts were selected. Political shirts days for me to get looked at and decided on. Yeah, they're probably looking at it and then making a judgment call there. So that's probably just kind of what it's going to happen with there. Okay, guys, that's about all I've got for tonight. And so you should be able to watch my latest video right here, and then the one that YouTube is recommending. And then go over here and click subscribe and turn on that notification bell. So thank you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. And I'm going to kill a few seconds here to make sure I can get those end scenes laid in here afterwards.